news services for this union territory. And on behalf of the work agencies and organizations which I handle, and along with my heads of these particular organizations, a warm welcome to each one of you. I am the administrative secretary for public works, public health engineering, for agriculture, for horticulture and cooperatives. So what we will do is we will begin with the public works, that is roads and buildings, and public health engineering, that is water supply, and then we will move across to agriculture and horticulture. Okay, so at the outset, as far as the public works are concerned, as you all are all aware, this is an organization which is handling your basic infrastructure, the basic infrastructure on which you all move around, the movement on the roads, the movement on the bridges, the entire network is given by our public works, roads and buildings. Okay, and of course the chief engineer is not with us here. He is right now in Kargil attending to his work here. But we have our senior superintending engineer, Mr. Gyatso, along with me, and my deputy secretary, Mr. Zakir. Okay, and in short, we will explain to you what kind of works have been carried out in this particular UT, okay, which we call the crown of the nation, crown of India. Okay, out of an approved 1,371 kilometers of roads, 22 bridges, under several of the government of India's interventions, a total of almost 300 kilometers of roads have been completed, 9 bridges have been completed since the last 3 odd years, beginning till the ending March. Okay, this year alone, they have been able to successfully complete 120 kilometers of road. Now, this is not a easy task to attain. Let me express that at the outset. I come from from a coastal state, okay, to a completely cold, arid, topographically very difficult terraneous area, and this is not a easy job to accomplish. And we must compliment our engineers from the public works, especially the roads and the buildings sector, for coming up with such kind of work. Primarily, when I first came in the month of August, I was amazed at a kind of infrastructure which this particular UT is having. In fact, none of the states per se which I have visited, or my home state of Goa itself, are having such kind of black-topped roads. I do understand that there will be issues concerning that certain amount of terrain in which our engineers have to maneuver it through difficult times, but the kind of quality of the work which our engineers are providing, be it under the Central Road Infrastructure Fund, be it under the Prime Minister Gram Sadak Yojana, or be it under the special development package which Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Modi ji has given for the UT, be it under those particular schemes, this is the kind of work which our engineers are doing. And naturally, when such kind of works are being done, okay, it is time to celebrate them, time to also seek their achievements out. No one is perfect in engineering. While we aim for accuracy, we are close to it, because nothing is more accurate, and therefore there will be some kind of shortcomings, and which I would like to express through yourselves, through this particular medium, that if there are any issues which concern perceived quality, where there is no connectivity, or there is a particular request for connectivity, please do not hesitate to meet with our executive engineers, to meet with our superintending engineers. May the public through their particular panchayats or through their councillors come to us, and we would be most willing to help out to ensure that the last mile connectivity, the principle of Antyodaya, that is the last mile connectivity, has to be achieved. So this would be our our approach when we speak about public works. And having said that, I have shared with you all, okay, shortly, okay, the entire, I would say, a kind of a card. After we answer our exams, there is a kind of a sheet which comes out giving your scoring. I would want through your medium let the people of this UT score our public works. So I would give you all a very detailed activity, what activity has gone through roads, bridges, what are the major ongoing projects, what are the buildings which we are considering, what is the type of connectivity which is happening in this UT, okay, under the Prime Minister Gram Sadak Yojana, under the Central Road Infrastructure Fund, okay, what are the things which are going on, okay. So I make a earnest request through your honorable medium, okay, to the people of the UT, score them out, okay, score me out, score us out, so that we are able to achieve even better. Bring those shortcomings before us, so that we are able to correct ourselves, we are able to give you all better services in terms of road network, in terms of bridge network. And as you all are already aware, okay, with the active support of the Honorable Lieutenant Governor, Brigadier Dr. Mishra, okay, and with the active support of the LHDC Leh and the LHDC Kargil, the public works have been effectively been able to now formally recruit 114 junior engineers, and they will be given their appointment orders on 30th of this month, when the Honorable Prime Minister of India will be holding a Rozgar Mela. So on that day, we will be strengthened by another 114 engineers, all of them coming from this particular UT. So the specific thing about this, which I have personally liked, and to be this, is that the recruitment rules provide that only a person who is a domiciliary of this particular union territory shall be eligible for such kind of jobs. And I'm happy to share that 114 of them are all of the UT, okay, children of this particular soil, and well qualified. We have masters with us, we have bachelorates with us, who are joining Gyatso and his team, Mr. Mutalib Gyatso and his team. Likewise, within the LHDC district board, both at Leh as well as Kargil, in the public works, there are 33 positions for whom offer of appointment have been issued by myself and Mr. Zakir. As well as in Kargil, there are 14 positions which have been there. So that's the kind of administrative progress which we have done. So on the recruitment side also, the work has been completed. I mean, has almost on this completed. And to give impetus that the organization has to function well, we have the gazetted rules also which have been published. So Public Works became the first organization in the UT, under the government of UT, where the gazetted recruitment rules have been now published, okay, notified, with the approval and concurrence of the Union Public Service Commission, and with the administrative approvals too. So we have become the first, and therefore, even for qualified persons who would be laterally coming in as assistant engineers, those would be promoted from junior engineers and all, we would get a fantastic opportunity for the son of the soil. That would be the emphasis which I would like to lay about. Okay. So from the public works sector, I move to the most essential part, and where the Honorable Supreme Court says supply of water, providing water is meeting the very requirement of Article 21, right to life. Providing potable, clean drinking water is right to life. And we have with us our Chief Engineer of Public Health Engineering, Irrigation and Flood Control, Mr. Sonam Wangchuk with us. Okay, and along with us, the entire team and his team, you all must compliment them that from mere 3.33% of household tap connections in 2019. In 4 years, Mr. Wangchuk and his team has covered up 37,300 households of the eligible 42,000 households in this UT. They have gone through rough terrain. They have blasted rocks. They have laid conveying mains. They have laid lines, provided anti-freezing mechanism 5 feet down, insulated the pipes which are above the ground, and have ensured that clean, potable drinking water reaches to each one's house under the auspices of the Jal Jeevan Mission and the program Har Ghar Jal, which the Honorable Prime Minister had initiated from his very first term of 2014, but it became more fructified and became implementable from 2017 onwards. And in the Union Territory here, we have began implementing it from 2019 onwards. Such a scheme, which covers up almost 42,000, in fact the figure is 41962 of households which are eligible, and of which 37,274 have been covered up as of date. It is almost 88.83%. We are nearing saturation. These figures which I have given you are from the portal, which are publicly available. Now these figures are available because each one of the household, the head of the household has given his or her Aadhaar card, which is a mandatory need if the scheme has to be successful onto the portal of the Ministry of Jal Shakti. You require Aadhaar seeding to be done. Notwithstanding that, with Aadhaar or without Aadhaar, Sonam Wangchuk and his team has reached out to nearly 40,000. In fact, by 26th of January of the coming year, we would be able to saturate fully the UT. But this comes with a warning. And through this medium, I would like to tell the people, please support our engineers in certifying the scheme. Please give your Aadhaar so that we are able to put up this infrastructure onto the portal. And there is a warning to it that beyond 26th of January, those whose Aadhaar seedings are not done, we have clear directives to cut the water connection. Our job and our task is to provide clean, potable drinking water. At the same time, please also support your own engineers, your own team who is helping you all with to give clean drinking water. Please support them. Give your Aadhaar. If that Aadhaar is not given, we shall be forced under the mandate to cut off your connections, and beyond which we will not be in a position to help you all. Then please do not run to some councillor, to honorable chairpersons and all. Please help us out. But because this is a mandate, okay, having supported and having invested a huge quantum of amount, okay, the government is coming out with a scheme like this in this manner, in which earlier just 3% of the households were having house tap connection. Now the entire length and breadth, including such areas where the population moves around, that also is covered. So please support our public health engineering team. Please support them in their effort. Okay, and this would be the right medium through you all to express to the people of the UT to this. There would be, as I had starting only at the very beginning, I would have said, as I've said, it is an engineering, it is a practice, it is a practice where we realize a particular aspect on ground. There will be difficulties. Some of you all will say, no, the water has frozen, okay, we are not getting continuous supply. Yes, there will be difficulties. Please come to our engineers, please inform them. Our engineers, our support staff is there in all the divisions, in all the villages. So please inform them. From here, from their head office, from their local offices, they'll be able to attend to it. But to attend to it and to have this operation and maintenance in place, we require the support from the people itself. We need to recognize that yes, a household tap has been granted only if it is there on the portal. So please give your Aadhaar. Our guys will be able to help you in the operation and maintenance of that particular household tap connection. And having said that, please understand that we are a cold, arid area. We are a water scarce area. And I have been personally observing this for the last 4 odd months. I've been seeing how there is accumulation of snow on the Stock range, how there's a accumulation of snow on the Khardungala range, and over the last 6 days, suddenly I find the Khardungala range barren. Okay, that means there is melt. The snow has melted off and has gone into the Sindhu. India has gone into the Indus. It's going to the Indus. Please note that particular water does not get absorbed. The terrain is such it does not get absorbed into the ground. There is no water which gets absorbed into the ground. It is a surface this. So there is a water. We will be facing water shortages. We are a water short UT. So therefore, please do not waste water. Please conserve it. And through this particular scheme, just because a tap line has been given to you all, just because of a source has been provided to you all, do not waste it. Conserve it, because every drop which is conserved will be not only useful right now, but for generations to come. And having said that, okay, some happy news for the town of Leh, for the city of Leh. 8 MLD water treatment plant has been already sanctioned. It has been approved, and the work order has also been issued. Okay, it has been issued just a few days back. I think on 18th of November it has been this, and therefore this particular 8 MLD plant will augment the existing water supply scheme in Leh, and by September 2025 we hope that we would be able to achieve 24/7 water supply to the entire town of Leh. So this is kind of the new scheme which our chief engineer and team has brought out, and that comes with a small pointer also. When such a scheme is being implemented and water is being drawn from the Indus, is being treated, portability is ensured, safe and drinking water would be given 24/7. I think the time would come that the various bore wells which have been dug into Ladakh town, from which we are extracting water and using it for day-to-day activities, I think almost 980 of them, as per the report of the Ground Control Water Authority, I think those would be required to be kept, CAPPED, will require to be kept as and when the water would be provided. So the scheme before our public health engineering is sustenance of our water sources. Let us not just drill and bore out the water. We have a source of water. We have a glacial source of water. We have the Indus there. Let us draw water from there, treat it, portability, ensure portability. Let us transport it to let us convey it to your homes. Okay, and let us at the same time neatly cut out this bore source of water in like this type of habited towns. So this is the kind of activity which our public health engineering is doing, and not only that, they have come out with lift irrigation schemes, which is helping our areas of agrarian growth. Okay, covering up. Of course, we will come up to that topic shortly. Okay, and there is at this, okay, another detailed project proposal which is under consideration with housing and urban this also, that where 24/7 water supply to Leh as well as Kargil will be given. Okay, it is looking after. It is almost a 400 crore rupees project which will be looked after. And having said that, we are having extension and enhancement of our STP plant because this is a touristic place. People come in. The local population is also there. So there is sewerage which is generated. I'm not only talking about solid waste, but there is sewerage which is generated. We don't want this sewerage to go into the water source, because that would be very harmful. So this particular sewerage has to be treated and it has to be disposed. So this particular treatment of the sewerage is taking place at at the plant in Agling, close by. It is taking place there. But then we are bound. We get complaints. The police gives us a call. People gives us a call. Our engineers are hassled. No, we are getting some kind of orders, some kind of smell. Okay, please note. Okay, having said this, okay, and off the record, okay, the water in the Indus is slightly more polluted than the outflow from our STP. So the outflow of the STP is much cleaner. Okay, please be ensured of that. So it is not something which will disturb human health at all. It is treated as per the norms of the CPCP, as per the tenets of the Environment Protection Act. So people should not react to saying, there is some water being flown around, it is dirty water. Please note, the dirt and that dirty water is caused by us, all of us. That has been treated, and the treated effluent is then left out. The byproduct is a treated effluent. In fact, this particular water we are now thinking of even supplying it to our contractors for building purposes during the fair month. Even supplying this water for our green spaces, for the parks, for the green spaces. Even supplying water to the nearby farms, which can utilize it. So this is the kind of practice which we want to involve. Okay, and this is only possible when the public, when the people are in participation, are participative with this particular process. So this is the kind of activity which we have. There's a lot of data which I will be sharing with you all shortly. And as far as the jobs are concerned, because that's another concern of jobs. Okay, nearly 106 positions have been given to Leh by the PHE, and nearly 81 positions have been given to Kargil. So that process has already been done, and in as much as 32 positions already the offer of appointments have been issued, and in as much as 14 positions in Kargil, the offer of appointment has also been issued. Please understand that it is a continuous process. It is a continuous process. It is an ongoing process, and there are time limits under statutory rules. Under the statutory rules which are required to be followed. It is not simply we just give an offer of appointment and come, let's join. No, there is a process to be followed, and we are attempting that process and completing it successfully. Having said that, there were some engineers who had come to our engineering officers plus our this, that see, we are not getting jobs. Our senior jobs are not there. Please also be assured that under the water supply scheme, under the public health engineering scheme, the gazetted recruitment rules have also been approved by the Union Public Service Commission. It is under process. It is an administrative process wherein we have to take formal approval of His Excellency, the Lieutenant Governor. There is some small, there are formats to be done, and it will be notified shortly, maybe by the end of this year. Okay, it will be notified. So we will have a stream of senior engineering positions also to be filled up. So this becomes credit to both our public works as well as public health engineering, and plus the officers of the department led by Zakir here, the Deputy Secretary, who have been successfully been able to publish the gazetted recruitment rules. So this is some of the major achievements, and I request, okay, the people per se to celebrate achievements. Don't only criticize. There is no water here, there is no water there. If there is no water, if there is a shortage, if there is some kind of issues, please come to our engineers. please come to your local panchayat, okay, to your heads, to your panchayat secretary, who can give a call to our engineers, who can inform that there is an issue with this road. We require this road. Here there is a water supply scheme. There is some issues here. It is leaking, or there is some pipe this, or some beep cocks have failed, or something has happened. Please come to them first, so that they can that they can address your issues directly and on the spot. So our next issue would be next approach would be to be people centric, and mind you, both these organizations, that is the roads and buildings as well as water supply, are fully people centric as far as their approach is concerned. So this is all from my end as far as our roads and our PHE is concerned. So if the honorable press have any questions to seek out in as much as roads, buildings and water supply, our officers are here to seek some queries from you.
Sir, how the people belonging to the far-flung areas raise their issues?
What is the usual mechanism?
Maybe on PHE, drinking water on roads.
Okay. So as we say, far-flung areas would be the nearest point. There would be a panchayat, or the closest point would be a panchayat. There would be a SDM office,
yes,
closest SDM, or the Tehsildar office, Naib Tehsildar office. Okay, concerned.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there would be our divisional office, our junior engineers concerned. Okay, please be in that. Please let them connect. And having, this is a nice question. In fact, you have raised. It has also turned up this. So shortly we'll come out with a full directory of our engineers, who they are, where they are posted, where they are located, along with their phones and their closest contact. And we will give to each of the areas concerned, each of the division concerned, each of the circles concerned, each of the divisions concerned, each of the panchayat concerned, so that people at large are also aware that this is my engineer. So let me contact him. So
plus
please.
we have a grievance redressal, sir, 24/7 in JGM, sir.
Okay, as far as the Jal Jeevan mission is concerned, there is a grievance portal plus cell. I think there's this also. Please publish that phone also, details, wherein if the people are having any issues, they can connect with that and identify and get that details. So thank you for your question. In fact, it gives us an idea to publish our phone numbers of our officers and engineers on the field, so that people can. The second part of this press briefing for the day involves the organizations of agriculture and horticulture. Okay, I am the administrative secretary for agriculture and horticulture, and along with me for this particular press briefing, I have my the director of horticulture, Mr. Sevang Funchuk ji. I have my chief agricultural officer of Leh, who is also the nodal officer for the Directorate of Agriculture, Mr. Thinlis Davaji, and I have my undersecretary, Mr. Amir Suhail, an officer of the Jammu Kashmir Administrative Services, okay, who is the undersecretary for agriculture as well as horticulture. Okay, so I'll keep this briefing short enough, but with a lot of information to share, because I've already given in fact these organizations have already provided the copies to you all, okay, on the major achievements of the agriculture, as well as the major achievements and the initiatives being taken by horticulture. Now let me begin with agriculture, which is not, please note, which is not in this particular press briefing note. Okay, there is a scheme. Okay, and we have nearly 19,589 people, farmers, basically farmers, who are registered under this scheme. This scheme is the PM Kissan Scheme, PM Kissan Samman Nidhi, the Samman scheme. Under this particular scheme, which the Honorable Prime Minister has, is a very successful and very honorable scheme in which he recognizes the effort put in by the farmers of the country. Without their toil, without their hard work, we would not get food to eat. Let us also celebrate our farmers, their achievement, because without their toil, without their hard work, there would be no food on our table per se. And that is why the Honorable Prime Minister came out with this particular scheme, recognizing the efforts in which annually 6,000 rupees is given as a small assistance to a farmer. Now, in this UT, we are having eligible 20,539 farmers eligible to avail of this scheme. And for your information, the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare has been kind enough to exempt a particular important condition. Earlier, the scheme was only eligible for those who had land on their own. Meaning, if you were the owner of the land, if the farmer was the owner of the land, only then he would get this scheme. But for the but for this union territory, the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, just in the month of October, after the due efforts of our Directorate of Agriculture, with the efforts of our advisor, Dr. Pawan Kotwal, and the Honorable HLG, our Honorable LG, the ministry has exempted the farmers of the Union Territory from the requirement of having their land. That means if they are also tilling on government land, if they are also farming on monastery land, there are a lot of monastery based lands here, okay, if they are farming on that also, they are eligible under the scheme. So out of 20,539 eligible farmers, we have been able to so far enroll 19,589. Around 900 are left out. And under this Viksit Bharat Sankalpa Yatra, which is already has begun, we are sure, and the Directorate of Agriculture and the Directorate of Horticulture would be successfully saturating all of them. But again, like how I said for the JJM scheme, there is a rider to it. On beginning of this, in the mid of this month, on 15th of this month, the 15th installment was given by the Prime Minister. Honorable Prime Minister released the 15th installment of 2,000 rupees to each of the eligible farmers. But in the Union Territory, out of 19,589, only 17,462 got it. Now you all will be asking me, what happened to the rest of the 2,000? Why they have not got it? Simple. They have not completed their EKYC. EKYC has not been completed by them. Now what is this EKYC? EKYC is simple. Seed your Aadhaar. Please give your Aadhaar to the nearest bank, to your bank account. Please seed your Aadhaar and please provide your biometric data. Simple. And our officers are there. Our officers are going hand to hand, house to house. They are visiting these days I have pushed them to even visit during the night. Please catch hold of the farmer. Please take his biometrics. Please complete his EKYC norms so that they are able to, we are able to saturate, and the farmers, the eligible farmers under the PM Kissan are able to get the benefit of the scheme. And therefore, through your medium, to this honorable medium of the press, I would appeal to each and every citizen who is a farmer here and who is eligible and already enrolled. Please complete your EKYC format. When you visit the nearest bank, please seed your Aadhaar. You will be visiting your bank because there will be some banking transaction. Please visit our offices, our agricultural offices. Please complete your EKYC. As much as we are going to your houses, we reach out to to each one of you to do the EKYC. Please, you all also come towards us. So our thing is that we will be able to saturate by the next month end, by 31st of December. We have to cover up, so that we have to cover up all 20,539, specifically these 19,589. So this is kind of approach, a request which I am making to each one of you all, to the farmers, through the medium of the press here. Okay, please reach out to us. And having said that, okay, please avail our schemes. There was agricultural growth here. Of course, with times there is a much need of food and food spaces which is coming from imports. Okay, but our production of fruits and vegetables alone is around 17,000 metric tons in a year, averagely in a year. But our consumption is almost double of it. 35,500 metric tons is our consumption. So the balance is met out from imports, which comes. And during the winter months, during the 5 months to 6 months of rigorous winter we set in here, nothing grows. But yet, the Directorate of Agriculture, the Director of Horticulture, and DIHAR, the Defense Institute of High Altitude Research, has come out with a very unique scheme, a unique construction known as the Ladak Greenhouse, which can produce perennially 24/7, 365 days agricultural produce, vegetables, fruits, which can sustain yourself. And there is a sufficient subsidy too, where we have given 75% of the cost is entirely borne by the Directorate of Horticulture and the Directorate of Agriculture. Both of them are bearing 75% of the cost. So I appeal to all the people of the Union Territory. Y'all will have land. It's a small piece of land which y'all need. Just 32 feet by 18 feet. That is a minimum size. Minimum 53.5 square meters of an area in which you can put up. It doesn't cost much. It just costs around 3,80,000, of which 75% is given by us. By us meaning the Directorate of Agriculture, Directorate of Horticulture. So please avail of this scheme, so that you are able to have your own source of vegetable, your own homegrown source of vegetable. Cumulated joy of having cultivated your own food and having it with your friends and family at large. Okay. And then come to our two unique products, the Apricot and the sea-bug thorn. To be glad that our Director of Horticulture will also share with you all. Just a month back, the patent office of the geographical indication office of the ministry has already notified sea-bug thorn variety within the UT as endemic to the UT, and has given a GI tag. Now with the GI tag, we should have benefits. These benefits should go to the people of the area, should go to the farmers of the area. While our cooperative sector is dwelling on it, let us also have a movement towards a sea-bug thorn berry, under which we are able to harvest, we are able to process, we are able to add value to it. Only when you add value to it will the produce be effectively marketed across India and across the globe. That this is a unique product of the UTL, which is sea-bug thorn berry, not the ones which come from China, not the ones which are from Himachal, but the ones which are there from a highest content of vitamin C, sweet in its taste, sour in its application, and to be used anywhere. We have our cooperatives are making quashes, there are agripreneurs who are doing it. Let's support them. And having said that, we have a very wonderful production plant of apricots in Nimu village. Okay, first of its kind in the UT, where round the year processing of apricots take place. And mind you, connoisseur myself, okay, this is one of the sweetest kind of apricots which I have tasted. Not even the Afghan varieties, not even the Turkish varieties. Okay, not to take names, but then this is the apricots of this area are unique, high index of sweetness, and very tasty. Even the jams and the squashes are excellent. The compote is also good. Having said that, why can't we come out through the means through to the people? Please, y'all have area with y'all. Y'all have small area with y'all. Please plant apricots, grow them. Our plant also requires feed. The processing plant also requires. It's a 24/7, 365-day process. We dry. We produce. We have these apricots. We have this apricot produce, dried apricots, squashes, whatever. Okay, so if the people themselves are able to plant the varieties of apricots, okay, see the kind of production. It is not only for self consumption, but it will be also to export as well as utilize within our own scheme of things here. So this is a kind of this which we are looking about. Okay, and this is these are the two appeals which I would make to the people here. Grow these things. Okay, bring land under cultivation. Barley, rice, doing the vegetables. Okay, move into and here we have our full organization who can we have our full support team. Okay, from the agriculture side, from the horticulture side, who can support you all in this particular schemes, so that we can carry the mission ahead. Having said that, there is a very nice initiative which the LHATC Leh and LHATC Kargil has taken up in collaboration with horticulture and agriculture. That is Mission Organic. Happy to state that I think, as is their plan, by 2025 the entire area of the Union Territory will be certified organic. Okay, so you all will also be able to have the catch. I am organic. Okay, we do not use fertilizers, chemical fertilizers. We are only using organic fertilizers to add to, in quotes, organic fertilizer. Of course, fertilizers are needed. Okay, for the soil health, for growth, and the fertilizers are needed per se. This is a kind of thing which are this, and so the other part, the cooperative sector is on the decline as far as the fertilizers are concerned, because we are moving towards organic fertilizers. Okay, and to cover much area. So the aim is to bring more land under cultivation. So we have our PHE who would be providing canal, micro irrigation and major irrigation support, and besides, Directorate of Horticulture, Agriculture and Horticulture also have schemes to provide micro irrigation work, and so that you can put your soil to cultivable use. Anything to add? Thank you. So please.
Will you brief about the subsidy scheme that farmers are getting in terms of gadgets and irrigation in the field of agriculture?
Irrigation, micro irrigations.
Yeah, so what is the scheme she's asking us?
Subsidy scheme.
Subsidy, if you are bringing more area under cultivation, so there is micro irrigation. Micro irrigation is of two types. One is drip irrigation and one is sprinkle irrigation. So we provide subsidy for establishment of that micro irrigation, but you need to have around more than 4 area canal, the farmer. And then if you have that much of area and then the source of water, then we provide layout and other subsidy for your field. So anybody can avail this subsidy. So it is open from last 2-3 years. It is continuing.
Anything from the horticulture side on irrigation?
We are also providing for fruit new established new gardens. 75% subsidy are provided.
So even for gardens, like this we said, that let us propagate apricots per se. That would be my wish. Okay, and even the wish of the hour. They say. So even if you are making a garden, bringing it into cultivation, he is giving you 75% of the amount. So that's a huge quantum of fund. Okay, you only require to put 25% inside, and that would be true just minimum means.
Sir, as you said that recently the Simophone has got LGI. So what would the initiative or vision for the near future for its growth and for its plantation, sir?
Both of them are giving you canal based subsidy for even to harvest to grow sibakton. And I was quite amazed that the berry which is found along the roadside and along one side is being given subsidy by both our organizations to cultivate. So one thing is bring area under cultivation for this kind of commercial crop. Okay.
Under new garden scheme, 45,500 for fence purpose only. We are providing subsidies for 1 canal of land.
You can tell that area for this
Maximum area limit up to 5 canals. If you go for more area in hectare, then you have to be with. We have our National Horticulture Board. Commercial point of view, we have to approach them. We will help the entrepreneur to prepare their products, and we will submit, and that organization will assist you.